Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're at Duke's Rib House and Grill, 1910 Cochran Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15220. Not to help advertise Max and Irma's, but at the bottom of Green Tree Road, turn left, and you'll see Max and Irma's. We're right next to it. We're here for another show, another great crowd. They always got a lot of great people here, great food. Hey, Smoking Jim, hand me another one of those wraps.
He doesn't know what a wrap is.
I know. This is all I want him to do. It was real easy. So, why do we have a couple guests on here? We got a guest that's a health nut like myself, even though I don't always eat healthy, but this is pretty healthy. Thanks, Dukes. We appreciate it. And the best bartender in Pittsburgh is here, Kelly. Soon to be manager. I'm working on negotiating right now. Anybody that knows me, they know I was a great negotiator at the Pittsburgh Press and Post-Gazette. At least I thought so, and a few others. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smoking Jim Frazier here. We got our guest host who's with us every Tuesday night, Zach Brenner. He's here. And we got fans of Smoking Jim teasing him. Hopefully you'll be able to talk. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in the city of Pittsburgh and the surrounding suburbs. People don't understand Smoking Jim. We're still a TV show, no radio yet. Even though they think we're a radio show, look at him. He's too cute not to be on TV. And we're on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. That's because Comcast divides it up that way, so you can watch us there. Then, if you don't watch us on TV because you got DirecTV like a lot of people, we're on YouTube 24/7, 365 days a year, so you can see all of our shows. We got over 260 shows there. We just had JN3 walk in, one of our guests. It's amazing. We got people coming in. They found out where we're at, and I know it's confusing. The first and third of each month, we're at River City Inn in downtown Pittsburgh, right next to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. And now the second and fourth week, this is where you'll find us at Duke's. It's a great location, easy to find. Not if you're from Homestead or Munhall, but it's a journey. And we'll find out later who's from there. And we're on Facebook, I don't have the latest stats on it, but we were over 3,560 for the last time I checked. So thanks to everybody for liking us. And you know my policy, if you like us first, I will like you back within reason. If you want Smoking Jim or anybody to like you, he likes everything. So that's just how he is. I'm a little particular because some of them were a little edgy there for me. So.
Is that a new all-time high?
I don't know. We're going to have to check if I got a number because I think it went up today. We might have even increased a couple. We'll get an update later in the show. Or if not, and this gets posted tomorrow, because you'll see everything on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. That's what we do. I post it all, and I appreciate the thousands of people coming there each day. So it's just great stuff. And we're going to start out with what we always do, what's on our mind.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
There you go, buddy.
you got to see Levine. I didn't feel real comfortable in the neighborhood, Al, so I'm glad you brought your guns today. Appreciate that.
What kind of, thanks for your compliments. Hold it, show one of yours. Reveal something instead of being in that robe or whatever you have.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to international master photographer Bill Boyce and his beautiful models that are in the house. Hey, what's the difference between Cheerios and Pitt? Cheerios belongs in a bowl, Pitt doesn't. Pitt is turning into the eyesore on the North Shore. Coach Paul Chris couldn't lead silent prayer. He's supposed to be a quarterback guru. Please name me one quarterback he developed at Wisconsin whose name is not Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson was already an All-American quarterback at North Carolina State University before he transferred to Wisconsin. Here's Paul Chris's record at Pitt. 6-7, 2012 in the weak Big East Conference. 7-6 in 2013. 4-5 this year, and the loser of the last 5 out of 6 games. Now Pitt leads the country in fans showing up as empty seats. Listen, there's a quarterback for South Fayette named Brett Brombaugh. Hope I pronounced that name right. 6'4", 200 pounds, pro-style quarterback. Led South Fayette to a state championship last year. He broke all of Dan Marino's passing records, all of Joe Montana's high school passing record. Only quarterback in WPIL history to pass for over 10,000 career yards. He reminds me of Peyton Manning. He is smart like Peyton Manning. He comes from a football family like Peyton Manning. He's tall and he got a strong arm like Peyton Manning. But last week he had to sign to play football at Duquesne University because Paul Chris and Pitt didn't want him. Oh no, Paul Chris got to go.
Smoking Jim, the volume just went up, and Erin Ward's here. She doesn't have headphones because you blew them right off of her. And a little disclaimer, he's an NFL scout. Anything he says is his own opinion, and we don't mind it. I don't always agree with it, but in this case it sounded pretty good. Because normally you don't leave the city. Hey, what's on my mind is what's going on in Pittsburgh right now. You know I'm a big believer in schizophrenic Steeler fans, and everybody was at the psychiatrist, psychologist, and some of them are at bars right now too. The Steelers lost. Whether you're a conspiracy guy like me, or you just plain think they stunk, or maybe you think now they didn't know how to game plan because you had guys that just got hired, Smoking Jim, to play for defense on the Jets. Now when I heard that at the pregame, I go, first play is going to be a 60-yard pass. We start running. So I knew we were in serious trouble because something's wrong. And then I don't know why we even deferred. You had the hottest quarterback until he went to New York. How do you cool down there? Jimmy Hoffa's not buried into the Meadowlands. That's a new Meadowlands, so they dug everything up. He's not there. He has nothing to fear. Neil O'Donnell's not even living there anymore. So there's certain things in Jersey you can get away with. We even have a friend, Brutal Brendan Barrett with MMA, and he's one of our friends. He's one of the toughest men in the world. So we're not fearful. What happened to Big Ben? Well, as I've been on the record for, Todd Haley should not be an offensive coordinator. His dad was the legend. His play calling, they script the first 15, 20 plays. What do we have, 3 and out 3 times in a row? I mean, that's all his plays scripted for failure. And then what happened? The defense, which is suspect anyhow, they're giving up bombs and runs and everything else. We're losing 17-3 at half. Now, I thought they'd really open it up. Instead, we're fumbling. Your man AB, who you call, is one of the best ever. Now, how did they get a hold of him? Do they have family members? Because I know they couldn't have offered him any money. He just signed a monstrous contract. How could he play like that and then still set a Steeler record? All right, I got enough on my mind. Enough of that. I had a rant. Welcome to Pittsburgh. We will win again. And that 11-5, like I told you last week, is not for real. So, Smoking Jim, since you like my reading, Kelly, the best bartender, soon to be manager at Duke's Rib House and Grill, 1910 Cochran Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15220. She gave me this list. I thought she was going to talk, but she's been here all day. I'm going to read it, Smoking Jim. This will be my best rendition here. Book your holiday parties at Duke's Rib House and Grill. Give a call at 412-202-1235. Or if you want to get all the right information, call Kelly. Here's her number, 412, Smoking Jim, 654-6690. All right, now I just was given this, so can you say that? Because I'm having trouble, Smoking Jim.
Can't say that one.
It says Drunksgiving. So Wednesday the 26th, November 2014 at 8 p.m. onwards, I guess they're going to be giving something To charity or fundraising? Nobody clarified it. We'll have to get a
Be a
clarification.
lot of people from Homestead in that night.
I don't. Hold it. Wait. I got a gateway text.
Drunksgiving.
No. Okay. Thanksgiving Day. If you need to come to a bar, it opens at 6 p.m. So you can come here. We got another fan of our show just walked in, right from the airport. John's here. Now, Duke, on the Wednesday, the 24th of December, that's like Christmas Eve. Duke's. Well, here's what's odd. I got all these things. Get a close-up on this, because I thought it was just me. I was told Duke's Bloody Mary party. I find that odd. You got to come out here, because somebody's having a good time at my expense right now. Where's that Kelly at? No, this is Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm lost. Then there's the Duke's Christmas party. Wednesday, I got to redo this again. Wednesday, the 17th of December, is Duke's Christmas party. Duke's Bloody Mary party is Christmas Eve, Wednesday the 24th. That's better. No, but this one is the day before New Year's. It's New Year's Eve party, Wednesday the 31st of December. That's the last day of the year, even if you're from Homestead and Munhall like Zach Brenner is. 8 p.m. And they're all onwards, so I don't understand this verbiage. New Year's Day, they're open for regular business hours. What a place. You can actually stay over from New Year's Eve and be here. And here's late breaking news on this, because I'm tired of it. The winter deck opening party is coming up soon. I mean, and that's the updates at Duke's Rib House and Grill.
Well, I tell you what, I've been around for a long time, never met anybody quite as talented, nice, humble, come from an outstanding family. I'm so honored to co-host a TV show on a different channel with
You
this
can say
young
what
lady.
it is. We don't
Please?
mind. There's no competition for us.
And she only needs one name. Big hand for Jody.
Montecalvo. Velasquez. No, we got another guest coming up. I changed it because you gave me a book to promote, and we have a classic photo with you doing that. So you notice how he still keeps me talking, and then he lets me move the microphone? Now, let's see that. I don't trust it. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jody Velasquez. I'm the author of the Slick Move Guide, latest edition.
Hold
And-
it. Let me interrupt. She's a modest woman. This guy's been promoting her for over 2 years now, close to 3. She is now officially an award-winning author from a few weeks ago at the Author Zone.
Great
Friends
karma.
of mine started
Great karma.
it. Smoking Jim has this thing that he says, if you're a host or you're a guest on Pittsburgh Sportsline, you receive great karma. We got everybody winning awards, doing great things, and even if they lose, they're still great people. So
He says recognition is the oxygen to the soul.
Woo!
but she did win an award. I was there with her.
I couldn't believe it when I walked in and you were there.
Really?
I said, what? Did Al write a book?
I've been asked to write a couple books, and some of them I can't really write about. I could tell you about because it's been an interesting life.
I was only trying to guess what kind of book you wrote.
Well, you pick a subject. I've had a challenge that you pick a subject. We were at a boxing match, Conso Energy Center, the first time ever, and we had our passes. Well, there's TV guys, and they go, "Who are you?" And I go, "We're with Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're going to be here," and we do different announcing. They go, "You're not dressed like an announcer." I said, "That's the reason why." I said, "We don't want to be," and you'll remember Al Levine, the talking machine, Zach Brenner, Smoking Jim Frazier, and sure enough, later we saw him. So I go, ask me a question, because I don't just talk sports. So he goes, you're kidding me. I said, no, you look like a pretty smart guy. And he is. He, is doing TV for years, produces it, everything else. I won't mention his name, but he goes, how about architecture? And I said, I was going to college. I was supposed to be an architectural engineer at Juniata College way back when. He goes, you got to be kidding me. Do you want to discuss anything? I go, pick somewhere. So we started talking for about 10 or 15 minutes. Ask Zach Brenner.
I would definitely read a book you wrote.
Thank you.
Me too.
Well, my good friend Joanne Forrester actually wrote a children's book. So I have two friends there, and they both win second place.
I've actually had the biggest problem because I have a crowded cover, which is like taboo in the publishing world. I have too much, so I don't have
It's too
anywhere.
busy, they call that, if you need the work.
Yeah, but it sells. So.
But here's what it is.
But I have no room for my award sticker. I have to squeeze
Yes, you
it
do.
up.
Here's what we do. See, this all goes up,
Yeah.
and it balances it out. It's feng shui.
It's feng
Okay,
shui.
you put the award here, and you keep whatever this is a sticker. What's that sticker doing there?
Well, that says that I won the award.
I know it's out of balance.
Oh,
You got the
ow.
building there. You got to put it. Move that stuff up.
Okay.
Renee will do that. She's one of the best graphic designers in
Exactly,
Pittsburgh.
exactly.
She actually helped us with our magazine, and we hope to bring that out again. That's another story. But no,
Right.
congratulations
Thank
to you.
you.
Tell them how to get this. We got to at least try to sell something.
You can get this on Amazon.com or on my website, www.slickmove.net. And the link kind of just takes you right over to Amazon. So basically, you get it on Amazon.
Hold it. One more tip that you got to give them. Hold that up,
I do have an athlete edition, which is why
Yes.
I know these guys.
because he's an athlete.
Exactly.
And I talk to them and talk
Wait,
about it.
and I don't even know how we escaped a review of the Steelers Jets from Smokin' Jim.
Because he holds back. He holds back till Tuesday night. You have to watch us on Verizon 32 everywhere.
All right.
Or I'll post it up on
Definitely.
Facebook a day or so later.
I was
'Cause,
waiting for the roof to blow off.
my hearing's been going bad the last couple years. 'Cause my left ear is really bad.
I bet.
But one more thing that you do, I have a Twitter account.
I do, because
Now,
I tweet to you.
I know, she sends a couple tweets, but I heard you get great promotion on Twitter with your book.
I do.
So
I do.
you
Well,
got
I
to
post the link a
tell
lot.
people about that.
Well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Jody_Velasquez, at Jody_Velasquez. And I post my link a lot there. But you can get the link on my website or on Amazon.com. You can search for my book.
And I still have one more thing. Doesn't he do a blog for you? Because
He
this
does,
is
he
a
does.
sports-related show. I
Well-
like helping people out, but for some reason, my buddy, I can't help out. I have to find articles, because he's actually a Golden Quill award-winning writer for the New Pittsburgh Courier. He just wrote an article that he talked about, and I said, would you send me a link? I heard crickets, and it's not summer. All of a sudden, I saw on a news feed, so I grabbed it and I promoted it, and he goes, thanks, buddy.
Jim writes the best blog for me. He tells me who all the great superstar NFL players are going to be. And he gives reviews about the Steelers. And it's all in an effort to help promote my athlete edition relocation guide. And he does a great job. His blogs are so fun to read. So you can go on www.slickmove.net and click on the blogs too.
Well, we put it up on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
You steal his stuff that he writes for me?
I don't have to. What I do is I curate it. If you know websites and business, I'm a curator.
Okay.
And then I make it my own. And that's what happens. And I read this book, and I recommend it.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
Jody,
having me.
before you leave, let us know who you brought with you.
Oh, I brought the fam. I brought my dad, Bob Martini.
Who's my hero?
Who's my hero? Ex-quarterback for South Fayette, 1956. And I brought my mom, Pat Martini, and my husband, John Velasquez.
The supermodel.
Well, thanks for coming out. We
Okay, thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
All right. Now, our next guest, Smokin' Jim, has brought so many people to our show. I'm going to let him announce the next guest, who's a special guest that I booked her on Facebook, and guess what? She followed through.
She hails from Washington County. She's a Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer and one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Big hand for Bethany Monaco.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Welcome to the show. Look at the camera because he'll try to get me while I'm talking. Thanks, Bill. That's Bill Boyce. Not only is he an international, world-renowned photographer, but I heard he actually took some shots from satellites up in space.
All right, Bill.
Nice.
It's a rumor going around that I started. Bethany, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It has been. I missed you guys.
We missed you too, and
Thank you.
we were talking before the show, and Smoking Jim, I'm even more disappointed about the film we didn't get into that we were promised to be.
What's up with that, guys?
Tell them where you were, because I'm heartbroken we didn't get on there, and we had our inside lady there.
I was working Southpaw, the
Here,
Jake
why don't you just hold
Gyllenhaal.
that?
Southpaw, the Jake Gyllenhaal and Rachel McAdams movie. I know, and you guys were supposed to be there
Yeah.
ringside, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't the same without you guys.
I know.
Wasn't
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah.
Our egos are big enough. We appreciate that. And
No
Zach
problem.
Brunner was actually in. He got into some filming there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Very cool,
So
Zach.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it made the cut.
You were there. That's all that matters. That's
I
right.
know. And we,
Nice. That's
you two can
cute.
compare notes after this. I don't know if you met Zach Brenner.
We're
I
on
think-
Facebook and all the time, so I do know him.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And I know you know sports. You were in a boxing movie, but the reason I brought you back is you're more of a health nut, and you have a
I am.
business that can actually help people. And I'm trying to help my best friend here get healthy.
Oh.
Aaron, I'm going to just eat right now. While you talk. Go.
Well, I heard that you don't like to cook anything,
I
Is
don't know
this
how to
true?
cook. I don't know how to cook.
so you use the microwave.
Well,
The oven? Huh?
only thing. Well, my sister taught me how to boil eggs, and I make
Okay.
a mean peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow.
Other than that, I
Wow.
eat out every day. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, that's good. We'll work on that later. Work on that later.
Can you make up packaged meals for my friend?
I sure can for a small fee.
That's what it would be, of course.
No problem.
I'm looking at starting a business.
I'll
with
even
Bethany.
come pick it up at your house.
We haven't started that business yet. It'll be a standalone business at its own place. No private homes involved in this. We just were talking about that, so I'm eating food that's bar food here right now.
Once in a while, it's good to have cheat days, right? We love it.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
It's good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's
good
one of
stuff.
your secrets? Or one of your basic tips for somebody? I know I'm testing you. I like to stump my
No.
guests.
The basic is okay. Do you ever watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
Yes.
where everything was Windex? I feel that our answer is coconut oil. Right?
We're both on the coconut oil.
Huge.
Zach Brenner, did you hear that? Both of us.
Coconut oil.
You put that in your beard.
You can use that. It's great for hair. It's great to take, or you can give it to your
Skin,
dogs.
put it on your
animals.
skin. Take off your makeup, Smoking Jim.
Yes.
Whoa, I don't know if we can do that on
Butter,
TV.
like butter.
He doesn't use coconut oil. He uses cocoa butter. He doesn't go to the right product.
You gotta try coconut oil. That's what I would
But
say
it's
for
a
everything.
cure-all for almost. It is for everything.
You said oil pulling is great.
Oil
that
pulling.
You do. Huge.
Definitely.
You can use the moisturizer in your hair. You
My
can
makeup,
take
I took it
makeup.
off.
You can. Yeah, it's
Works
huge.
with my wrinkles.
Absolutely. Look at this young guy over here, guys.
There you go.
That's right.
See,
Young
I'm going to be a
guys.
model for her group when she does another video.
That's right. That's right.
I won't be the dog in it.
No,
She keeps putting
no,
these
no.
cute little dogs. I think it's yours. I'm looking for cookies because I saw the cute dog.
I know, right? Well, I brought you guys cookies. I don't think they're
Don't
your
tell them
kind of
what's in it.
cookies. Well, I'm going to leave out that they're vegan and gluten-free, and I'm just going to say they're pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
See?
But I'll let you try 'em. And you can tell me what you think. You can tell me what you think.
Well,
yeah.
it'll be good. Now tell them the business that you have that I'm alluding to finally.
Okay, yes. What I basically do is my business is called Go Organic. It's my passion to educate people and empower people how to live a healthy lifestyle and attainably be able to do that. I take on health coaching clients, but my new fun thing is called the Holistic Honeys. Myself and Jamie Molinaro, another beautiful lady.
I've watched your show a couple times.
Yeah,
You guys are hilarious, actually.
Thank you. Our goal would be to do a series with that, because who wouldn't want to watch something funny?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch something serious about health. No one wants to watch that. But if you're having two goofy girls doing goofy things, we'd like to watch it a little bit. So if you could follow us on our Facebook, The Holistic Honeys, and my YouTube channel, Bethany Monicalvo.
You know what? You got to send him links. He'll be all over that. You're going to have so many hits there that'll be off the charts.
That's perfect.
Because I know you need boosted up. Just like on YouTube, you can watch all of our shows on YouTube.
Yes.
Same with yours.
Same with me. Bethany Monicalvo is my channel.
Definitely. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to partner up with something.
That would
Maybe
be
a
awesome.
Pittsburgh Sportsline healthy
be
bunnies.
perfect.
And they're not the ones from the Playboy bunnies. All right?
Different kind of bunnies.
Exactly.
Healthy, yes.
But for the guys that are looking for something else, they'll find a shock on your show.
Surprise!
It's healthy.
It will.
And you'll learn to eat better. Bring out one of your cookies. Where's a cookie?
Okay, oh
Because
geez. This
don't
is gonna
wait
be
any
something
longer,
else.
all right?
Okay, hold on here.
Uh-oh, this is like live TV. Oh, man.
Now, I would like to tell you to have an open mind when you eat this. Not you.
Mine's already open.
Yeah. But because gluten-free tastes different, and these aren't supposed to be cooked, okay? They're just 3 ingredients: pumpkin, gluten-free spice mix, and vegan chocolate chip
Zach!
cookies.
This is so good.
You're being kind.
I
There's no
am
sugar.
serious.
Are
This
you
is
being
delicious.
serious?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well.
Let the Amish assassin. He's trying to get down the fighting weight.
Somebody's not gonna like them.
Oh, this is
Are you being
delicious.
serious?
I love
half
it.
of my friends are like, I love them. The other half of my friends are like,
If he doesn't
they're
finish it,
gross.
he's lying. That's how I operate.
Zach's like, what is this?
Well, I'm a pumpkin fan. Look at the face. Get a face on him. He's a picky eater.
Hey, if you don't want the rest, throw it. I love that, bro.
Pumpkin's really good for your tummy, your digestion. It's really good. They're actually
It'll
good
bring
for
that
you.
tummy in, especially you. You could
Nice
eat a
little
dozen of
tummy,
them.
right? And there's nothing in them. There's 3 ingredients, and you could eat them. I had 15 today because
Oh, good. I'll have another.
Yeah, when I make stuff, I have a hard time because I don't eat sweets. When I do, I just house all of it. It's a
Bethany.
little problem.
You know what?
Thanks, buddy. You ate the whole thing.
You know what? I
Would you
lost
do
part of
another?
a finger. I lost part of a finger in my cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They were delicious.
Good.
And I saw your recipe with, what's your dog's name?
That's Petey.
Petey.
Petey Pablo.
Petey was right there. Then the cookies, the process was there. I did
right
watch
there.
it. I think it's only a minute or
It's
so.
only like 60 seconds.
Can you give my
Yeah.
sister the recipe?
It's
Yes,
online.
I can.
You know-
like, I'll send you a link, okay?
And for all you sports nuts out there, you can enjoy this when you're frustrated and the Steeler conspiracy continues when they lose.
Absolutely.
You could have 25 of them.
Right?
Surpass her record of 15.
That's right. You guys could. That would work. That
And,
would
and,
work.
and that's what we do here. Not just sports, not just serious,
Yeah.
but some good eating here.
That's
I'll
right.
save that for other people to nibble because now I know your
Okay.
recipe.
I got 15 more in the car. So.
Oh, good. Thanks.
There you go. Good, guys. Good. I'm glad you. I figured you liked, but I am happy that you liked it. Yes.
Your assumption was
Yes.
correct.
Good. Good.
And it's just a little bit of chocolate chip just for you chocolate
Just
lovers.
enough. Just enough. Yep. Absolutely.
That was great. What else are you doing right now?
Wow.
Name one thing because you got 10.
Name one thing. Well, besides the Holistic Honeys, I am wrapping up with a movie, and there is 12 movies coming next year to Pittsburgh, 12 that are here and Scouts are scouting. So it's going to bring a lot of work to everyone. And then they're looking for TV shows. Huh? Okay, just saying.
Pittsburgh
Right here.
Sportsline. Here, look at this.
That's right.
It's right.
That's
It's
right.
everywhere. Who
That's
branded
right.
this?
Why wouldn't fun to do.
Who's
so
doing
wouldn't that
this?
be awesome to do a TV show, you guys? TV show. I proclaim it next year.
We have
You guys should do it.
260 in 3 years. Imagine that. 1-hour shows with guests
Really?
like you. Yeah, I've interviewed over 300 guests
Thanks,
since February 13, 2013. Doesn't that look similar to mine?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
My graphic designer kept it simple, so she put her name in. And if you notice the email, it's my email. Because he has over 100,000 emails. Don't ever email him, but email me. You know I'll get back to you.
Got it.
No,
Thank you.
keep us in mind with movies, and I'm serious about doing a show with you.
would
I
love
actually
to.
could get you studio time at Bethel Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll talk,
That would be great.
because I've done a few other shows where I've broadcast and promoted other people.
Yeah.
I was producer of True View Ministries, a Christian show that just got picked up by Cornerstone.
Yeah.
And Jamie Shaver just called me out of the blue over a year or so ago. And she's out in North Hills. They don't have public access TV in her Cranberry, where she lives. So I said, you can come here. I'll be the producer of it. Who knew that they'd be picked up by Cornerstone?
Buddy, you need your own production company.
Some people think we have it.
I'm just saying.
Well, let's get together. Bethany, Hall of Famer,
My pleasure.
welcome.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Jim?
Let's get a photo. Get Joey in the photo. She's too cute. Delete that one because she gets upset. Delete that. We don't want trouble here. Mario, welcome back. You're on your streak. I think you're up to 5.
5, I believe, yeah.
5 in a row, 5 guest appearances. And you're on here because we wanted to find out about Highlands, high school football.
Well,
There, you want to
unfortunately,
hold that and be more comfortable?
Alan, Highlands went down this Friday, 28-21 to Seton LaSalle.
No way.
Yeah, it was a great football game. They had a great year. They were 10-0 up until then. So they can hang their heads high, but they didn't go on.
That is a
They
great
lost.
year.
Yeah, it was a great year.
Undefeated's always good.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it was a great game, and they played, played well. Like the Steelers, a couple turnovers did them in, and that was about it. That's all it took.
And that's what happens, no doubt about it. Well, enough of that. At least they had a good season. What'd you think of the Steelers? Because you were posting stuff up, feeding into my conspiracy theories.
Unlike Alan, he's a conspiracy theorist. I am not. However, like you said earlier, why do you not take the ball first when you got a record-setting quarterback going into the game against 3 cornerbacks that were unemployed a couple weeks ago? You would
Only
think-
3.
Yeah, only 3 out of 4.
Right.
And you would think that was it. And then you guys didn't even mention James Harrison as a receiver.
Here's what I would have
Got him on
done.
the 1-yard line, and they got him on a pass play.
Here's what I would do. Zach Brenner and I were talking. You got James Harrison who's playing out of his mind right now. Whatever he's on or doing,
Lead block.
just follow him.
Lead block. That's exactly.
There's a hip pocket. Jump in that hip pocket and
That's
go.
what I thought they were going to do.
He was growling and biting people, so they're not going to stop him.
Captain Obvious, and what happens? They throw to him instead. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
And he doesn't really have hands there.
No, he doesn't.
You know?
Like some of our cornerbacks, but that's another story.
Well, we're not even going to talk about it. The most interesting play I saw was the Troy impersonation over the thing, because in theory I was like, boy, that's stupid. Then I thought, no, that's great. We only need a touchdown, and we
right.
could tie it.
Hit the ball and
I
run
said
it,
that
yeah.
was brilliant, because I saw an article where Dan Marino's the first guy to ever spike the ball and never got any
Exactly.
criticism.
Exactly.
So why can't we be the second person to get a fumble
Absolutely.
and take it for a touchdown?
But on the other hand, I don't blame the Jets for picking him up and slamming him down either.
Well,
Yeah.
I just know if that happened to me and I was the center, and I was, there'd be some problems there.
Exactly.
I don't want somebody jumping on my back.
Exactly. I can't blame the Jets for what they did. So, but it's really tough for me too, because I have a lot of relatives in the Columbus area, as you know, and I've been getting bombarded with text messages and phone calls that the Cleveland Browns, for the first time in how long, Jim, in first place after 10 games?
Wow.
1984. Or
Wow.
1994. 20 years.
Wow. That's
20
actually
years.
not bad for Cleveland.
for Cleveland because they weren't around for, 6 years? So.
Yeah, they moved out of town.
Yeah, 20 years they haven't been this far. It's hard for me.
What's sad for me, though, is how can a team, who cares if it's the Jets or anybody else? You have a chance to be in first place. Isn't that what you're shooting for? So, to me, the whole team has to take, I don't know, they grade out E on this, and not for effort.
Yeah, it's sad. And it's happened so many times over the last few years. They cannot play against terrible teams. 90% of the time they lose against teams.
I'm not going to touch it. You keep feeding into my conspiracy theory and parody in NFL. Please stop now. I'm not going there anymore.
And I don't want to hear the phrase "any given Sunday" either. That has nothing to do with it.
How about parody?
I could take that one more than any given
parody.
Sunday. No,
parody in the NFL?
Yeah, parody in the NFL. Never heard that before.
Didn't one of the Saints of, not the New Orleans Saints, but Roselle, isn't he one of the Saints of the NFL?
Yes,
he wanted parody.
He got it.
He didn't want a dynasty.
He got it.
This is what we suffer. And then they're going to London for 3 games. You're getting me on another rant.
Yeah.
I don't want to be ranting here.
Yeah, we don't want you to get started.
Definitely.
You're acting like the host of the show or something.
I know, that happens. How did they get my name canceled out of here? I don't know what happened. I got that nice sign made up for me.
I don't know.
And I don't know. Hey, what's going on in business? We got to do a shameless promotion before you go.
Well, business, I'd say if the Steelers were drinking my product, Mint.
M-Y-N-T.
M-Y-N-T. Also, Mona V products, all natural. If they were drinking my energy drink, I think we would have had a different game on Sunday, Al.
I hope so, but I think their energy would have been misplaced. Okay? They might have been taking it out on coaches.
Yeah, quite possible.
Because I still don't know why the head coach does this thing with a mic, flips it up.
Yeah.
And there's some important times on the field.
Yeah, like I said, the only time he puts it down is at the end of the game when he's ordering a pizza.
Does he get a nice pizza?
He gets a nice pizza.
Minio's, I heard.
Yeah,
not to drop names.
They don't win the football game, but he gets Minio's pizza, definitely.
Definitely. Hey, how do they get a hold of Mr. Mona V now?
412-417-7301. And my website is mymonav.com/Mario's Juice. Check it out.
Thanks, Mario. It's always a pleasure. See you on Facebook real soon.
All right.
All right, our next guest, Smoking Jim, bring him up.
I tell you what, we got a celebrity in the house. This is one of the most humble guys in the world. He's a lot of times you'll see him behind the scenes. If you remember the great Joey Porter when he was here, he was the marketing giant behind Joey Porter's Nasty D apparel. Now he has a book out and it features one of the current Pittsburgh Steelers. Please put your hands together for the smoothest man in the room, Bob Burnett.
That's why he does it.
Thank you, sir.
Let me give you a card here in case you don't know who I am.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Bob, I appreciate what you've done. I've followed you a lot. Here, if you want to hold the mic and be more comfortable, this will be on TV. It doesn't.
I'm not going to yell like you yelled the whole time. Your intro.
This is like live TV, Bob.
This is like the Joey Porter show that I produced back
great.
in.
You don't mind if I hold the book?
Yeah, all the publicity I can get.
You're getting it right now.
Okay. So.
We're in every community in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area, from Nemacolin up to Cranberry, east and west.
Well, that's what
we
I'm
just don't
talking
know
about.
how many are watching us because it's on public access TV.
Well,
and they won't give you the numbers on that. It's not like regular TV.
I will have the word out. We will get about 1,000 more.
Well, you friend me. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Friend me, and then like our page, and then I'll start liking your stuff.
Absolutely.
That's
That
how I
sounds
operate.
Great. That sounds great.
Tell them about you a little bit.
Well, this reminds me of I was executive producer of the Joey Porter show, and that was a zoo, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I hated to see Joey go, but that was live television almost, and it reached the point. They actually went to the Super Bowl. We actually did some broadcasting from the Super Bowl. But why I'm really here is to talk about Jeff Reed. No, I'm just kidding.
Who?
I'm just kidding.
Can you say that again? 'Cause we missed that
Jeff
joke.
Reed.
You didn't.
I
bring in
also
a hand towel dispenser.
No, I had a lot of fun with Jeff. Loved it. But we had sheets. Be careful now. But Jeff and I became very close when I produced his show, his TV show, as well as
Before or after his episode with the.
during. But at any rate, I did his show as well as Bryant McFadden. But why I'm here today is many years ago, I'm a retired principal, but back in the day, this is a book I wrote called All the Way Down. And it's very close to my heart. All the Way Down was about a group of kids when I was a principal at the Newcastle Youth Development Center. These were all incarcerated youth that played in the WPIL. And during the season, before the season started, my coach had to retire or quit because he was having personal problems. And the dog in me said, well, you do it. Take over. So I took over the team. Had never won anything. They were really 500 or lower every year. But I made these kids believe, and I kind of used psychology rather than athleticism because they were already athletes. But what I did was I said, this is what we want to do. We're going to win a championship, and you guys will be number one. They believed it. We went on and won the WPIL championship, and a lot of the whole institution actually was at Pitt Fieldhouse, and people really didn't know.
What year was this? What year was this?
This was 1988. 1988, we had beaten Monessen, which was the top team in the
back then
in the state.
I remember
at that
that
time.
game.
They were ranked number one in the state.
I remember that game.
We knocked them off, and what happened was that these kids got notoriety. They started to feel comfortable about their success. So over the years, right after that season and winning, people kept coming to me and say, well, you ought to write a book about this. This is incredible. And I'd say, nah, it's not a book. And I'd say, who would you want to play me? And they'd all say, Denzel Washington. I'm like, yeah. However,
I thought you were taller than Denzel.
yeah, but
You seem a little taller.
6 inches, yeah.
Okay.
But at any rate, it took me maybe a few months, and I said, well, let me just start writing. So after several years, I wrote, and one of the players on the team ended up going let's say his first cousin was Michael McCary from Boys to Men, and that's in here too. Wow. And he went on to play at University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and he played in the first Black College All-Star game.
Wow.
But he was always running around with Boys to Men, so that's where he got his marketing skills. His name is Mike Harris. Mike got his marketing skills, and I'll give you a little bit about him in a couple seconds. The other guy that was a superstar, All-State, named Derek Myers, he went to CCAC, Allegheny, led them to the national runner-up, JUCO runner-up his freshman year. Senior, his second year, they won the national championship. He was the MVP. Every scout, every coach in the country wanted him. And the worst place, where's the worst place you would send a kid right now?
The Homestead.
Via Florida State. You send him first to Florida State, then to Homestead.
Our co-host who's going to be on after you is why Smoking Jim keeps saying Homestead. He actually moved on up like the Jeffersons. He's in Munhall.
Moving on up. Okay.
He's in Munhall. And that's part of what Smoking Jim, we got some inside stuff here. And if you don't know where we're going with it, neither do we.
Okay.
So that was just to interrupt your train of thought.
Just a little bit. Okay, now we have, the kid's name is Derek Myers. Derek Myers goes to Florida State. And you think Jameis Winston and him are about tied as far as using their heads at Florida State. Wow. Now, I would go down to Florida State to watch Florida State basketball games. And the last thing I wanted to ever do was be doing this, but I was doing the...
You weren't.
I was.
You're not
I
from
was guilty.
Pittsburgh anymore.
I was guilty.
You're not from here anymore.
But at any rate, Derek ends up. They said, "Well, we're going to help him learn how to do credit cards and checkbooks, and you can figure out where this is going."
Yeah.
All right. So he ends up at Pitt Johnstown. He was the 10th leading scorer in the country, but he had a lot of problems along the way. But these two guys were made notoriety. But Mike Harris. is why this book, and then subsequently the. And we'll hold this up.
What else do you have?
We have the all the way down.
Here, I'll help you.
The all the way down movie script.
Wow.
Seriously.
What's your movie?
And
See that, Bethany?
I hope that I'm
It's
gonna
coming
give
next year, 1 of 12.
you- Make sure you get there's a
First
phone number.
dibs.
There's a phone number that you may want to call.
This is what we do as an extra edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. It's called networking.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what it's all about, networking. It really is.
Should I give you a business card again?
Give me another one because I want to spread it around.
All right, I'll give you
But
two.
the bottom line is, Mike Harris was on. He's now a big time marketing agent, and he represents. He actually, and this is a true story. Kobe Bryant was in high school, did nothing but played basketball. Mike Harris had become so big in the industry that Mike Harris called Brandy, if you all know who Brandy is, and she was on the Moesha show.
Oh, yeah.
But he called
You're
Brandy up.
dropping names like crazy. I like
I
that.
love to do it. But Brandy, he said, Brandy, would you go to the prom with Kobe? And she said, all right, I'll go. Because Kobe couldn't get a date, wasn't trying, just played basketball. So he also has worked with Terrell Owens. He's worked with Marcus Colston for New Orleans.
Wow.
Right now he had Willie Colon when he was here.
They both went to Hofstra.
Yeah, very close. And each guy would say another guy because Mike is that big. He's that good.
Wow.
So when he was here just a week or so ago when they played Monday night, because he has number 16 is Lance Moore.
Wow.
Lance Moore is now his client, so I had a chance to be with his family. But the success of these kids from playing basketball, one of them right now is a chef in a head chef in a restaurant.
Wow.
We
You
had
want to drop the name of the restaurant? Because that's the only name you missed so far.
I know it was. I think it's
Come
like
on.
a Red Lobster or something. But they're
Okay.
they're a chain.
They're a chain.
Yeah. But we had a girl on the team, believe it or not, and she was doing some executive work for one of the states. I won't give the name of the state. And
You
also,
won't give her name out either? Read the book?
No. Yeah, what I did in the book, because these kids were all locked up at the time. So when I actually have a autographed copy.
Oh, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
I just
Early,
have to ask
early.
you, can I read the book
All
before
right,
him and then I'll
thanks.
give it back to him?
He's gonna
Because
read
I
it.
read books. No, he
You
doesn't.
may have to
He
read it.
doesn't read
You may have to
books.
read it to him. You may have to read it. No,
I'm
he's
not-
a good
Autographed
guy.
copies.
So-
Smoking
He likes when
Jim.
I read
Thanks.
stuff. You saw how good I was at the beginning with
But
the
I have
little disjointed stuff here.
I have another guy that owns his own, that played with us. He owns his own construction team. The young lady is an executive. So we have had people that have been. This is a true story. So at the end of the book, when it flashes on the screen what people are doing now, and it does, and that's what makes me so proud. The fact that if these guys had never won, if they would never have achieved all that they had achieved, these things would have never happened to them. So that's why Mike Harris, who ended up in an airplane with Monique Sorgan, the screenwriter / producer, he tells her the story about All the Way Down, and she says, did anybody have a script of this or any take notes or what happened? He said, yeah, my coach did. And he gave me a call, and I hurried up and got that book out real quick.
You started
I better
writing
have
those notes from
that's right.
memory.
I better have this book out if there's going to be a movie. But what she did tell me was this. She said, Bob, it takes probably about, and you know this well, it could take 10 years before the movie is actually out and on the screen.
Not here because you're on Pittsburgh Sportsline. What do
And
you
I
get
think
when
that'll
you're
make
on
the
Pittsburgh
Good
Sports?
karma.
There you
Good
go.
karma.
Well, I
This
hope
will
the
be coming
karma-
out soon.
I hope the
I
karma's
can't
coming.
guarantee it.
So her
You know
name
what? I'm
is,
branching out into filming movies for BPTV. We might be able to do that
why-
starting next
why
year.
not? Why not?
I just happen to have
Here
one.
he goes. This is the guy.
Here, let me
You
adjust
should own
that.
You should own a business card company, I think.
I
David.
do.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting those emails from.
Movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've done shows, so I know how to.
I understand. You
roll.
know how to brand.
Exactly. But at any rate, it's, I don't want to take every time.
No, we wanted to find out about it. How do they buy the book?
Well,
That's my question.
Amazon.com has got more plugs than this.
Give 'em
rest
another
of my-
one.
And so if you really, it's on Amazon.com. It's hard copy, soft copy, and ebook. And if you do go there and you don't want to buy it, just put a nice comment on it. It's fantastic or something like
Well,
that.
meeting you was fantastic.
Everybody knows how Amazon. You know how Amazon works. But
Well,
yeah,
how about,
that's
do you
my
have
thing.
a Facebook page for it or anything yet?
Yeah,
You might
it's-
want to work on that and give me the
No,
link.
I already have.
Well,
a-
then send it to Pittsburgh
No, I have my
Sportsline.
website is robertburnetttheauthor.com.
Okay.
So it's as simple as that. So if you're going to put that on the screen. I don't know if you do or not.
Well,
Say again. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. And I had fun doing it, and until the end, because at the end the company wanted to, come on, we want to get this book out, we want to get this done, and it was real stressful at the time. My biggest issue that I had to do, because their lawyers said we don't want to get sued, and you have juvenile delinquents who were delinquents at that time. So what I did for you was I changed all the names in different places. So I gave you a little cheat sheet in there. So you're like, where's this? Where is Farmdale, PA? Well, there is no place called Farmdale.
Okay.
So to save me or them from getting sued.
you're trying to protect the guilty here and not get sued.
Well, I wouldn't
Well,
call
they
them
were guilty at the time, right? Those
The
are
fact,
facts.
the fact that they're
Right?
juveniles. The
Yeah.
fact that they are juveniles.
Right, and I
Yeah,
understand
right.
that. And I'm only a little bit silly, but I really appreciate what you've done.
Thank you.
And I did watch those shows that you had, not all the time consistently,
Right, right.
but I did watch them, and I appreciate you coming here. Will you come back again?
I'd be glad to.
Because I'd like to do a little more in depth with you on the book and some
I'd
of
like
the
to bring
stories.
back Lance Moore, if possible. If you guys don't mind Lance Moore
Well,
showing
here,
up.
I want to tell you a little story.
So-
Right in this place here, a friend of mine who I grew up, his name's Bruce Gratkowski, and everybody
Yeah.
knows he had a son. Well, we grew up in Green Tree, and we couldn't watch when he got on Tampa Bay.
Right.
Guess what place we came to?
Here,
Yeah.
right here.
Because they would put all the games on. We'd come to Sunday and we'd watch Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or whatever. You had the Bruce Gratkowski and family and everything, the Del Sardos, they were all here. So we were here, and Bruce kept throwing to this one guy.
Little guy.
Yeah, Lance Moore.
My size,
who actually was at Toledo.
Right.
So, I mean, we have the connection. We'd love to have him on.
Yeah.
I've asked the Gratkowskis, who I'm friends with for I don't know how many years. My dad and their dad was best friends. So if you bring Lance Moore here, maybe they'll get a Gratkowski in here.
No, Bruce is and Lance are very close right now. They're very.
They were
yeah.
then.
And that hasn't separated at all.
Good. I'm
That
glad
hasn't
to hear it.
separated at all.
Tell them one more time how to get a hold of you.
Okay, you can go to robertburnetttheauthor.com, or you can get me on Facebook at Robert W. Burnett, or you could, don't call me because my phone's blowing up, but Monique Sorgan, if you're interested in anybody that's interested in movies, this particular movie all the way down, interested in talking to Monique Sorgan, who I let do all the Hollywood conversation. I don't like to do that myself. Let Monique do it. So if you want to call her, I have her number, and she'd be glad to talk to anybody that has any interest in how to get involved or make things happen.
And Bob, you win an award tonight. You're the best dressed guest,
Yes.
male guest that we ever had on our show. So there will be a special award that Smokin' Jim will give out at our next Hall of Fame dinner.
You know, I just came from basketball practice. So this is how I
This
dress.
is what he wears at
And the
basketball
girls,
practice.
The coach and girls, they'll say, "Oh, Mr. Burnett, Coach Burnett, you look so good. Where are you going? You got a date tonight?" No, but I thank you very
This
much.
man needs a date.
No, I don't.
Just kidding.
I'm working too hard.
Well,
but
thank-
thanks again. I appreciate you having me, guys.
It was a pleasure and an honor.
Great job, sir.
Look at Bill. He's back in business here. Wow. I can't see a thing. I know it's Z time. He ate healthy. He hates pumpkin, but he ate it. You're a true warrior.
It had a funny consistency to it, but it was delightful. And I'm a very picky eater.
You are, and it was delicious. I'm expanding your taste in food. I know that.
Little by little, you're trying.
It's hard.
Where's those sweet potato pies at, Levine?
Wednesday night, Shonda Lynn She'll have them. Etouffee Catering. If you need any sweet potato pies, pecan pies, which I'm getting, they're great. We'll have them. $13 a piece for a sweet potato pie.
I can't wait.
I think the real question for the people that they really want to know, are we ever going to be able to read a book written by Jim Frazier?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay! Thanks, Jody.
Hey, that's enough out of you.
I want to
Let the
see
man,
one.
let Jim Frazier speak for himself.
I was looking for the $1 billion book this year.
Well, keep waiting because that didn't come.
I'm not holding my breath. I can
wouldn't.
only hold it for so long.
I wouldn't. And I'm
Well, it's nice to have guests like this where we got authors. I mean, look, we had Jody come up as an author, award-winning author. Bob will have to make as an award-winning author soon. Zach Brenner will be writing some of his exploits. What's on Zach Brenner's mind?
I always get a little bit perplexed when the NFL scout chimes in on Pitt football, which is probably the most irrelevant subject and topic in the city of Pittsburgh right now. But kudos for bringing that up. Hail to Pitt. Back to the Steelers, you know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, to say the least. I just sometimes I just get baffled when guys come up big when you don't expect them to, and then in times when you expect them to because the competition is easier, they just lay an egg. And I feel bad for anybody that, you know, picked the Steelers big yesterday. You know, hopefully.
Well, you know what?
Macaroni
I heard
Tony's cleaning up.
I heard in Jersey the bookies went broke.
Because people took the Jets?
Yeah. They bet everything they had. Houses, cemeteries, the stadium. They were betting everything. They cleaned up. Vegas had to come in and bail them out like they are for the casinos.
Well, I just don't know.
Just
what
so
to
you
say.
know.
You know, I think the problem with the Steelers is, you know, under Mike Tomlin especially, is anytime that, you know, we're favored or there's like a good week of publicity in the media, and we're like the media darlings, and Antonio Brown is one of the best wide receivers ever. Did he look like one of the best wide receivers ever against the Jets at the Meadowlands?
Hey,
I
Zach,
don't think so. He
Aaron-
fumbled twice in his whole career. He fumbled twice and a half.
Don't even get me started. Save this. Watch this tomorrow night. On Tuesday night, Veterans Day, we'll have a special edition of Veterans Day with Zach Brenner telling you how does this happen to the Steelers.
I will.
And I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine, smoking Jim Frazier. Thanks for everybody showing up here at Duke's Rib House and Grill. We'll be back in 2 weeks. John, hold that applause yet. I only got 10 more seconds to talk. I got a lot of words to get in. We'll be back here at 1910 Cochran Road, Pittsburgh, PA, 15220. We start at 7:30. Next week, we'll be at the River City Inn, downtown Pittsburgh. Good night, folks. Drive safely.